I busted my ass and I was just laid off. These companies do not care about us. They want us to give us a 2-week notice, but yet can just fire us and ruin our lives on the spot any day that they choose. I have a 2-year-old son, no savings, which is my fault, and it doesn't fucking matter. So now I have to go back on the job hunt, and I have to get a work from home job because I have a 2-year-old that I have to take care of. Can't afford daycare. Rent is $2,500 where I live. Now I gotta find out how to pay off my lease early because there's no way that we could afford to live here. I don't even have a computer. They just locked me out of my computer. I really thought that the culture at my job was great, the best that it's ever been. And for them to just lay me off, not even based off of performance, because my manager just shouted me out today, saying I'm doing a great job, and then fired me.
Just got laid off from my federal government job. I don't know. Feeling angry. Very angry. Frustrated. It sucks. I worked in the IRS, small business, self-employed. And now there's going to be a lot of people on unemployment. Great.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. So today we are talking about something that's affecting thousands of workers across the country. Mass layoffs in federal jobs. So many employees who thought they had stable careers are now facing sudden job cuts, and this is leaving them uncertain about their futures. Now let's take a look at some of the videos and see what they have to say about all this.
Guess who just got fired via phone call? Me! I was a forestry technician for the USDA Forest Service, and my crew dealt with timber sales and management. So think salvage sales, wildfire mitigation, American lumber product, forest and ecosystem health. So I was still in my probationary period, and I was 3 months away from getting my 1 year. I have put 5 years of my career into public service and natural resources, and this is how we are getting treated right now. Now, my supervisor can't answer any of my questions, like what's going to happen to my last paycheck because they're going to log us out and we won't be able to put in our time. What's going to happen to my health insurance? Am I going to get my separation form, my final one? Because I need that paperwork to apply for unemployment. And these are not merit-based firings. All of my performance reviews my entire career have been stellar, nothing under fully successful. And the legality of this is questionable at best. So I guess if anybody knows any good federal employee lawyers or anyone I can talk to about this, because yeah, this is definitely making my life a lot harder right now.
Y'all, working for the federal government these days is basically like the Hunger Games. You're just waiting to get chose to get you up out of here. Because I was laid off from my federal position, and I don't work there anymore, so I will just say what agency it was. I was laid off from the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And then but I already knew that the layoffs were coming. After the election results and Donald Trump won that election, I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. I'm going to start looking for other jobs because I already knew that was coming. So I was laid off. A week later, I started a different position as a legal analyst in a different government job. And now that position has been rescinded as well. And I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm done with the federal government until we get a change of administration, because this is crazy. So I'm going back to being a private sector mommy because A, y'all not about to keep wasting my time, and B, I'm never going to go to the office in Washington, D.C. I live in Florida.
Well, this is it, y'all. I have officially been laid off from the IRS per the executive order from Donald Trump.
So far, about 60,000 federal workers have been 86'd. Their job has been eliminated, or they have taken the buyout from the federal government to leave their position. If they don't take the buyout, they are running the risk of being terminated altogether. My question is, where are these 60 or 70,000 people going to go? I don't think it matters what side of the aisle you're on. I think we can all agree that the federal government has a shit ton of waste. So I'm not saying they should have held on to all these positions and let people just continue going to their job every day for a job that wasn't maybe necessary. If you can get a job done with 20 employees rather than 100, why wouldn't you cut the 80 employees. So I understand the mindset. I'm just worried about these people now that don't have a job, that have bills to pay. They have rent to pay. They have mortgage. They have childcare costs, medical. Like, where are all these people going to go? It's not like we have a lucrative job market right now.
Hey everybody, remember when I told you about the mass federal layoffs hitting probationary employees, even those with nuclear jobs? Well, no, it turns out the Trump administration did fire key nuclear safety workers and is now scrambling to rehire them.
I'm a senior level federal employee and hiring manager who accepted the deferred resignation. I had a feeling that even though the timeline was extended, as soon as the judge lifted the block, it would be cut off immediately. And that's exactly what happened. So for those of you who were on the fence, you lost your window of opportunity. Now we're finding out that last night there was a mandate sent out to release all probationary employees that affects about 200,000 employees. These jobs may go away, but the requirement for these job functions will not. And so what these government agencies are going to do, and I've already been told, is to seek contractor support in order to still complete these functions. What does that mean? If you are a federal employee who is affected or is set to be affected, get your resume ready and get information out there to notify these defense contractors that you are available, you're ready, and you come with the skill set and the knowledge that they're going to need in order to bid on these contracts. Don't panic. Don't fall into the victim mindset. Take your power back. Bet on you. I'm telling you, these defense contractors are already gearing up to fill the void that is being left by federal employees. Take your skill set and move over to the private sector. Many of you will still be able to do the same job, but as a contractor. I hate to say it, but that's just how the government works.
So I just got word from a couple of federal employees that the HR@OPM email address sent out another email encouraging federal employees to quit, this time with a contract. Except it's not really a contract, it's an example of a contract, because they're trying to convince employees that they'll actually get paid, that this is actually a contract, that what they're doing is legal and constitutional. But the problem is none of it is. OPM's own rules say that everything they're trying to do is illegal, that none of it's legal, none of it's going to stand up in court, and right away the government can just go, actually, we messed up. And the government's really good at saying, we messed up, we're not going to pay you. So they're going to do that, they're going to say that, and that's it. So once again, if you're a federal employee and you're considering taking this deferred resignation, don't do it. You're not going to get paid. You're not going to get your benefits. Nothing is going to come of it. March 14th or some other time down the road, they're going to say, we changed our minds. You actually are now fired. You resigned effective immediately.
It's actually really tough watching so many dedicated federal employees getting laid off like this. And these people thought they had secure jobs, and now out of nowhere, they're being told to pack up. You can imagine. And what's even worse, it's some were made to sign documents like resignation letters, and without realizing how it could be used against them later. And now, after cutting them loose, the government is turning around and asking them to apply again. I mean, the whole situation feels so messy and unfair. But let's talk about this. Was this really fair? Does the government even care about these employees? Because from the outside looking in, it feels like they're just numbers on a spreadsheet, easily erased and replaced. And if the jobs were so unnecessary that they had to be cut, why are they trying to rehire people now? And why put employees through all this stress without proper communication? And what is even more shocking is that many of these individuals arrived at work only to find themselves locked out of their email accounts and unable to access their workspaces, there and then learning of their termination without prior notice. Well, this chaotic process undermines trust in governmental operations, and it also highlights a need for more compassionate and organized workforce management. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this whole situation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more discussions on pressing issues. See you in the next one. Bye.